Hello and welcome to episode 45 of the podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Noah.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown movies, games, comic books, anime, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. This is what we are covering tonight.
This is not a deja vu. We're covering Constantine again. My side of it. Michael's watched it. Now I watched it too after he did, and I was so excited to watch it. I shared my little insights.
Cool. But before we do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can also enjoy the show on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, and Odyssey, and more. We also have membership tiers on those platforms if you'd like to support the channel, or you can check out buymeacoffee.com/KOE podcast. But let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, so because we covered Constantine on the last video,
right?
I was like, man, this is a good movie. And I have, if there's any major flaw with it, I'll tell you at the end of my little dissertation here.
Right.
But there was one major flaw that I couldn't wrap my head around until yesterday, which is like, so I watched this a week ago. So I was like, that's why it feels like that, right? When I kept watching it. Mm-hmm. And it made perfect sense when I finally realized what it was. But we'll do that after I go through this. So, of course.
So, overall, what'd you think of it?
It's a solid movie. It earned and it deserved its cult status. Mm-hmm. And the sequel, we'll see how it goes.
So, you disagree with the original rating of a 5 out of 10?
It did it's better than a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, right. It's a little bit better than average.
Everything has flaws, and like I'll get into them, but it's a good movie to watch. You know, sit down and just enjoy a good movie. It's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
it's John Wick. Before you know, he was John Wick.
the version where he's an asshole to people,
and even him being an asshole is like the tamest version of being an asshole I've ever seen.
Still the nicest kind of asshole.
Like not holding an elevator is like the most fucked up thing he did in that movie. He's like, wait, the elevator. No,
I'm going down.
No, what she say? She's like, oh, you going down? He's like, not if I can help you. And he fucking takes a full puff of cigarette and explodes in some old lady's face. And he wasn't nowhere near the asshole that the character actually is.
Right.
But it's Keanu Reeves. So the first thing that pops up is the thing about the Spear of Destiny that says, he who possesses the Spear of Destiny holds the fate of the world in his hands. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if I remember history right, or from whatever this myth grew out of, was the fact that the Nazis for some reason had the Spear of Destiny. Mm-hmm. That was the big fucking like legend, and I guess they incorporated it into the movie. And
well, they get that from DC's version of the Spear of Destiny.
Is that where the little myth started?
Yeah, it was lost during World War II.
Because I remember in Hellboy, the 2004 one with Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman, they also had, the Nazis also had the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
So for some reason, the Nazis always had the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so it's been lost. Yeah, then it says it's been lost to time. It said the Spear of Destiny has been missing since the end of World War II. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, when those his Mexican guys are digging through like the most desolate place to look for treasure, I'm like,
wasn't it like an old church or something like that? I think
it was just a rundown old like structure. Like it was like not even a half. It looked like a fallout from a bomb explosion.
No, I mean I think that's what it was.
Supposed to be?
It was supposed to be a church.
Oh,
like a missionary church.
It didn't look like, it's just like a metal structure like that, like half of one.
Yeah.
And like a wood floor. I don't know what the fuck they were looking for. Like they weren't gonna find shit out there. A fucking Fanta, an empty can of Fanta.
Fanta.
So the guy, of course, his foot breaks through the bottom of that the woods, and he pulls out the fucking Spear of Destiny, and it's wrapped in a fucking Nazi flag. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so they did fucking have it.
Yeah.
But if it was so powerful, my thinking goes, did a group of Nazis steal it from Hitler, and that's what led to them losing the World War, or did something else happen? Did someone, like some magical beings of the time, right, fought against Hitler, and they were able to counteract the Spear's power? So the Nazis hid it because it was so powerful. They wanted to keep it in case they wanted to restart another, war. I don't understand why they lost the war.
Right.
So that's the only thing I can like rationalize is that some other magic users of that time in the 50s, like, you know, the fucking Allied forces, like, oh, we got wizards too, and then they fought the Nazi wizards and they beat them, and they didn't want them to get the Spear of Destiny, so the Nazis hit it. For some reason, they hit it in Mexico.
Well, if I remember right, with DC lore, it was hidden in that church specifically.
Just that one from
like because it was like a sanctified church, so it's supposed to be hidden there away from everybody else because then nobody knows where it is. But if I remember right, it was Nazis that hit it though.
Fucking Nazis, the root of all evil. And the funniest part to me is the fact that the Mexican guy gets it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course he becomes indestructible because he gets possessed by Mammon. But it would have been funny as he tried to cross the border if they'd have caught him and sent him back to Mexico. Like, fuck. I know it wouldn't not have worked in that movie, but that would have been fucking hilarious.
It would have been funny.
Like every time he tried to get, he's like, damn, Mammon can't get back to he's trying to get to Los Angeles, and they won't fucking let him cross. Like, damn it.
Trying to cross at Tijuana.
Like everywhere he goes, they fucking border patrol, the most powerful force, and they can't get cross border patrol. Like, damn it, these motherfuckers.
That would be funny though.
So we go to Constantine and that demon possessed girl. Mm-hmm. For some reason, he had to specify that this was a soldier demon that was trying to rip through her fucking stomach. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they kept saying like, "Oh, it's a soldier demon." I guess because it's like it gets a higher level of demon. But he kept saying that the soldier demon was trying to rip out of this girl. And he had those fucking like weird like I don't want to say keys, but that's what they were shaped like, mm-hmm. on like a fucking key ring. And he was
the ones we talked about at the end of the last episode about it.
Did we?
Yeah, where he shoves it into her head.
Yeah, and like I didn't realize when I watched it, I didn't like he had like I don't know if it's a bunch of different religions or just a bunch of different symbols that affect specific demons.
Right.
But he was going through them, right, and then that specific one was the sun, with like, you know, like the rays coming on the side.
Yeah.
And he kept putting them like he had them against the window in the light, and he kept putting one forward to show it, and like he dropped it because there was no effect. The other one came up, dropped it, no effect, and then that third one came up, and the demon's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "There's the one." And that was so weird. Like I don't know if it's different religions or if it's different just symbols of the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that part. Plus, he didn't say what it was, those things, which makes me fucking mad.
It bothers you because you want to know.
Like, oh yeah, I want to know this actual thing. So, of course, you got his sidekick, Chaz, mm-hmm. Kramer. I don't know if it's Chaz Kramer or Kramer Chaz.
Chaz Kramer.
Chaz Kramer?
Yeah.
And, like, it's fucking Shia LaBeouf. You know what's funny? Is that's the second... I think that was the second movie in the same year that he was a sidekick to a A-list celebrity.
Was the other one Indiana?
No, the other one was... This was years later, was Indiana Jones.
Okay.
It was I, Robot with Will Smith. He was in that movie too. He was kind of a sidekick as well.
I forgot that he was even in that movie.
Yeah, because he didn't do shit in that movie. Like, he didn't do shit in this movie. Well, okay, he did a little bit more, but, you know, not enough.
Yeah.
So, when you meet Chaz, there's a whole bunch of books on his fucking dashboard. And they showed one specifically called Satanism and Witchcraft, the classic study of medieval superstition. Mm-hmm. And no shit, it's a real book on Amazon for like fucking $17.
Really? By
Jules Michelet. So it looks like Chaz has been doing some actual homework because he's got like a dozen books on the fucking dashboard. Like, he's taking his fucking apprenticeship seriously. All right, so the next thing was the protection necklace. Was like, okay, so this thing is apparently incredibly powerful. Mm-hmm. This necklace, it helped Father Hennessy keep the voices out of his head, right? And he gave it to Angela to protect her from getting abducted by Amon. Like, we're going on the basis you guys saw the first one, so I'm gonna go back and forth. And she leaves it in the car to go find Constantine, and then she gets fucking abducted by Gabriel, I'm guessing, mm-hmm. when she gets sucked through the fucking walls.
Yeah, it was Gabriel.
And I'm like, wait, so if this necklace is that powerful, for one, why the fuck didn't Hennessy put it back on? Like, he just fucking lost his damn mind. I guess he got
he had given it to Constantine.
Did he? I thought he put it in his pocket.
No, he gave it to Constantine.
No,
during
because
that meetup, yeah.
No, because he took it out of his pocket when he was dead. Did
he?
Yeah. he like found it in his chest pocket. So Hennessy still had it on him.
Huh.
And I'm like, what the fuck did you not wear it for? My guessing is that Balthazar was getting into his head a little bit, and so he didn't even give him the option of thinking about it.
Yeah.
So he's like, he you know, when you're fucking irrational and you're losing your shit.
And drinking a whole bunch of liquor, thinking that you're not drinking nothing.
Yeah, so he was not in his right state of mind. So Constantine took the necklace back. But then if that necklace was so fucking powerful, what gets me was, here's the plot point problem, was he goes to confront Balthazar, which, by the way, Balthazar gives me fucking Two-Face vibes the whole fucking movie. First, he's got the suit like Harvey Dent, and he does the coin thing.
Yeah.
And then when Constantine throws holy water on him, he gets the fucking split face. And I'm like, what? You're doing this on purpose. I know you are.
Yep.
So Balthazar was Two-Face the entire movie for me. So yeah, he goes and confronts Balthazar. He had just made his fucking shotgun cross gun, the cross gun I'm gonna call it. And there was another fucking point of contention with me, was he goes and fights Balthazar and immediately loses the gun on the floor. And I'm like, what? Yeah. Like all that build up and you fucking lose it in the first fucking altercation.
But fire also doesn't hurt him, really.
Well, he should have thought of that. He should have put some fucking holy water across him or something. So he loses it to Balthazar. And then in that same scene, Angela leaves the necklace that he just put on her neck himself. She thought he was going in for a kiss, and she's like, ah. He's like, no, put this necklace on. And then for some reason, she takes her coat off.
The reason she takes the necklace off, though, is because it interferes with her psychic powers.
Is that what
it blocks them.
She wasn't using them anyway.
That's why it helped the father, because whenever he's wearing it,
well, that makes sense.
It doesn't like his psychic abilities that he has don't affect him as much.
Well, that's a good way to.
They should have
said something.
Elaborated a little bit on it, but yeah, whenever you actually do the digging into the lore of that specific necklace, that's why.
But man, that necklace is like tremendous. Then
that necklace also, if I remember right, appeared in Sandman too. The same one. I mean, obviously different multiverse genre.
Yeah.
But it should be I think it's the same exact necklace.
I don't know. I mean, they should have just left it out of the fucking thing anyway.
Yeah, she never used it.
It was just fucking pointless. Like, what was the point of doing that scene and have her leave it in the fucking car?
I think it was more of so that way they could have them get real close together and then not kiss.
They could have done that any other way.
It was that little plot device.
Well, the cool thing that I liked was Angela latent ability. She told when she went to go confess to the father that she feels like something guides her to that specific crook, and it tells her when to fucking duck, when to shoot, when to. So her abilities were always there, but on a more
subconscious level.
And a more practical level. If she was just constantly killing, she was she had a fucking standing invitation to talk to the father because she constantly killed crooks. She always knew where to go, and she always knew when to shoot him, where to shoot him, and when to duck away. I'm like, damn, that'd be a great power to have.
Just like an innate ability to fucking perception.
Yeah. So now my favorite part of the scenes of the movie was B-Man. When he meets B-Man in his apartment. One thing I couldn't understand was, so do they both live in the same fucking spot? B-Man and Constantine? Because Constantine lives above the bowling alley. And it seems like B-Man lives in the bowling alley in the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you guys live on the same?
I think they might live in the same
building. It was
building.
so weird to me because that bowling alley kept showing up, but it was two different fucking scenes. It'd be the back of the bowling alley for B-Man, and then it'd be above the bowling alley for Constantine in his apartment. So I'm like, so why did it's so like they're fucking roommates or something. But the stuff that he gave him was really exciting to me. I guess B-Man's his supplier.
Yeah.
So for some reason he trades a fucking toy Indian. Remember that little toy that does a sheep murr?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, thank you, Constantine. This will be, I don't know what his obsession is with the weird fucking, you know what I mean? Because for what he got and what he traded was a really unfair trade to me.
Yeah.
because he got bullet shavings from the assassination attempt on the Pope. So basically, they're saying the Pope is a magical person in this world, and because those bullets hit him, that they now had gained magical ability.
Yeah.
Because the bullet shavings, if I remember, there was an actual assassination attempt on a Pope, wasn't it, back in like 90s?
Yeah, yeah.
And they shot him, but he survived. So he's saying like he somehow got the shavings of some of those bullets. I don't know what they would do for Constantine. Maybe he snorts them. Who knows?
It's possible.
What else? He had the holy water epulers from the River Jordan, like little glass grenades. I like those. The River Jordan, I guess, is a biblical thing. I don't remember
It is.
Bibliosity.
Yep.
I don't know how to say it. My theology.
Theology, yes.
So that was cool.
Christian theology.
You had dragon's breath, which I'm guessing is just a little wand for dragons, or their fire. So I guess dragons are now almost extinct in this world. So it's hard to come across their fucking ability. Maybe is what I'm guessing. It's like, I thought you couldn't get any more. Like, oh, I have my ways, John. So he's got dragon's breath. My favorite one was the screech beetle. He said he got it from Amityville.
Yeah.
And that was fucked up. Like Amityville. Fuck.
Where the Amityville horror happened?
Yeah. He had a little fucking Cleopatra matchbox. And to us, it sounds like a little fucking beetle screeching, but to the fallen, it sounds like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Which, man, for some reason, it always hurts my front teeth. So what affects you when you hear nails like grinding on a chalkboard? It's always my two front teeth that I really hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what the?
Or like right between your like nose and your top of your mouth right there. It's like it's a weird feeling.
Like, I don't know what other people feel, but that's what I feel. I'm like I feel like my teeth are grinding against the fucking thing. Shit, it fucking kills me.
Yeah, it does. For some reason, it does make you feel that way, don't it?
It's fucking terrible.
And you can feel it on your own fingers too. It's like,
yeah. So he had that stuff. Then he asked B-Man to look for the scrolls on a precedent for demons being able to come to our plane. So I guess B-Man's his fucking also his
like researcher and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that was cool. They did a little fucking painting when he went to go meet Gabriel for the first time at the library. Was that one Jesus on the cross getting stabbed by the spear to let you know, oh, this is going to be the spear of destiny.
The foreshadowing, basically.
Yeah, just a little Easter egg. Like, oh, there you go. So we get to Papa Midnight, and he is just too cool in this movie. There's a guy that I'm reading a book about called John Truby, and he's one of those story consultants for movies and all sorts of screenplays and stuff. And he's given I'm reading both his books on being a better writer in general, like his 22 steps to be a master storyteller, which is a grand fucking thing to promote. Yeah, like you read this cover to cover 4 times, you'll be a master storyteller. Like I can't tell everybody they're gonna be, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you gotta have a little bit of talent, but with a little bit of like instruction, that talent goes further. But he says never make your side character or your secondary character more popular or more interesting than your main character. Right. And I don't want to be an asshole, but Papa Midnight was much more interesting to me than Constantine in this movie. And they're like, man, you guys need to fucking tone it down on Papa Midnight because you're breaking a rule here.
Hey, he was better than because I seen him in Shazam.
Yeah,
Papa Midnight, much better
than
Papa
fucking
Midnight.
Shazam.
Yes.
Jesus, that was a terrible idea.
Like that character fits him specifically very well.
It's like, in my house.
In my house.
So yeah, he's a crusader. He used to be a crusader for good, but he took the oath of neutrality. So he's got his fucking nightclub. And John goes in there, and I like the card is just like, he's like, two frogs on a desk. No, he said 2 frogs on a bench.
Yeah, 2 frogs on a bench.
And then fucking Kramer's was a rat in a dress. And I'm like, man, he's not getting in. So they have a little bit of bad history because Constantine used to sell relics. Because I remember when he first came in, like, you sell more relics. It's like, oh, I got out of that business a long time ago. And he had sold Papa Midnight a forgery. And, you know, John Constantine's like, I made an honest mistake. So I'm surprised he let it go, you know what I mean? So you sold me a fake artifact, I'd be pissed. But so they have a little bit of bad history, but they're both good guys. So it's the water. What's the word? You just like
Water under the bridge.
yeah, basically. Yeah. So one of the most interesting things was Gabriel told Constantine that the reason he's gonna die is because you smoke 30 cigarettes a day
since the age of 15.
Since the age of 15, and I had to, so I did the math, more or less.
Yeah.
So, going from the movie came out in 2005, so that world is 2005, America. I know, like they make movies the year before, so they filmed it in 2004.
Yeah.
But the movie in that universe is 2005. So that he was Keanu Reeves was born in 1964. So within that context, he was 41 within the world of Constantine in 2005. That's 26 years. That is 9,490 days, which is like, I thought it would be way more than that, but that's a lot of years. Or that's a lot of days.
Yeah.
For 365 times 26.
Yeah.
So that is, he smoked. I'm sure she was, exaggerating, or throughout the day things change.
Yeah.
It couldn't be exactly 30, but I did 30 exactly. That means he smoked 284,700 cigarettes. Man smoked almost 250,000 cigarettes. No wonder you got lung cancer, you stupid bastard. So there you go. 26 years, almost over 250,000 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Damn, he must have just fucking been wasting cash.
You seen his lungs whenever the devil ripped him out?
I saw the fucking whatever ooze it had. I think his lungs were like clean after that, but man, they were gross. What else? Yeah, so Papa Midnight used to be a I didn't know what he was at first, but I guess he was just a regular guy. He used to be a witch doctor,
kind of like a voodoo witch doctor,
like kind of like Constantine, like a magician, like Constantine, a wizard.
Yeah.
And Constantine said something about one witch doctor against 30 Ashgard, Asgard, Asgara. I didn't have time to look it up, but I'm guessing it's like demons or something. Mm-hmm. So I guess Papa Constantine Papa Midnight used to just fucking go to war against some other like organization or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But he fought the good fight, and I guess he retired. Let's see.
Because I think he's much older than he looks too.
Yeah, that actor is always older than you think he is. Like he's always like it's like, oh man, what are you, 30? I'm 92. Like, god dang. So that was that time that Angela gets saved by John. Well, when Angela first meets John, right? She goes to his apartment. By the way, his apartment's weird. Like, it's a regular apartment, but like, of course he's got like the fucking, on the door frame, he's got the protection symbols to keep entities out, I guess.
Yeah.
And for some reason he has just a fucking line of fucking gallons of water. Just like against the fucking wall outside, like on the windows. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is all the water for? I'm so confused.
Could be holy water.
That's what I was thinking. Like, is it holy water, or are you just you not pay your water bill? What, you know what I mean? Like,
either's a possibility.
What the fuck is going on?
I think it might be holy water though.
So they meet, and then she leaves because he doesn't want to help her. Then he fucking sees those demons coming after her. And he goes and saves her, and the whole fucking place, the whole street goes black right before the demons attack him, and he gets that fucking cloth around his hand, which I'm mad about because he didn't say what it was. He lights it, and it's like it causes this fucking holy beam of light to come out and burn away all the demons. So I was mad about that. I'm like, what is it? What's the cloth? What is it? I want to know. Well, I'm gonna find out because I ordered the novelization of the fucking movie.
See, I got you on a dive into it.
When the detective with me wakes up, it's hard to kill him. I'll put him back to sleep. So of course John goes to hell on that time that he like fucking did that surfing or whatever, that soul surfing. He had to fucking Angela give him a fucking little tub of water
with the cat.
Yeah. Then he's like, you gotta wait outside though. And I'm like, what does she have to wait outside for? I'm so real confused. And he goes to find Isabel, and he has that fucking little globe. No, it looks like a little crystal ball, but like a compass. Which he didn't say what the fuck that was either. I'm guessing it's to find specific souls that he needs to look for. So he was looking for Isabel, Angela's sister. One thing they kept from the series, the comic books, was the fact that any friend of Constantine ends up in a horrific way the longer they stay friends with him, because Hennessy, B-Man, and Kramer all die.
Yeah.
And they're fucking 3 for 3.
Yep.
The only reason Angela didn't die was because they were just now becoming friends.
Yeah.
So by the next movie, she's probably dead.
Constantine too. She's dead already.
Probably. Like that's just how his character is.
Yeah.
Any of his allies always end up with a worse fate that they had before they met him. It's fucking terrible.
It goes for the comic books too.
So they kept up with that.
Pretty well.
Yeah. Let me see. What else do I have? Of course, Angela gets kidnapped by Gabriel, and he goes back to Papa Midnight because he's trying to figure out where they would go or what they're planning, and he asks him to use the chair, which the chair is an electric chair from fucking the prison Sing Sing that they use to kill, death row inmates. 200 men have gone through that fucking chair. So apparently it's highly potent for spiritual energy. And I found out why he needed the alcohol. It's like to give the fucking ground some flavor when he fucking lit it up with the electricity. It's like for flavor. Spits it all on the ground. Then he fucking torches Constantine.
He's like, "Are you ready?"
And he fucks him up immediately. One thing I didn't like was the fact that the holy brass knuckles that Constantine had when he punched Balthazar.
It slides him on.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I kind of like that. So let me think here. Let me read through my fucking files of madness. So the one thing I didn't like was that Papa Midnight didn't team up with them to go to the, he's still for neutrality, but I mean, like, you made him too interesting of a character not to
use him more.
Yeah, like he should have been on the, like, especially if it's like something as grave as what was going to happen with Hell on Earth, like neutrality would be out the door. Like Constantine should have told him that and be like, you got to break your oath.
See, my hope is that for this new Constantine that they've announced anyway, I hope they do have him like in it, like as more of like a sidekick type character.
Well, he's the only one to still be alive, unless he died too.
I mean, it's a possibility. Constantine has bad luck for everybody.
Basically, like he just absorbs their good luck or some shit.
Yeah.
So of course Chaz finally gets his big moment, and he's over there. I like that he was sitting, like they had melted down all those gold artifacts and were making like holy bullets with them. That was fucking awesome. Let's see. So yeah, poor Chaz dies. Yeah,
in a pretty bad way too. Just getting smashed.
Yeah, like up and down the fucking wall and the ground.
I told you. That would hurt so bad too. Because it's concrete floor and then just metal ceiling, just back and forth.
I'm thinking, let me see. Here's one thing that I found kind of odd. Was that every time Angela died, she would go to hell. Like when Constantine tried to kill her in the bathtub, she fucking... broke through she used her psychic abilities, and she's like, all those poor souls trapped down there, and like she died somewhere else. I think I can't remember where in the movie, but there was 2 instances where she sort of dies, and she goes to hell. Like, why is she going straight to hell?
Because of her sister, the link that she has with Isabel.
So she drags her to hell too.
Yeah,
I'd have been like, you dirty bitch. That sucks. Let me see. So, John's most powerful, I guess, ability was those tattoos that he had that he used pretty much at the end of the movie. He's got like 2. He's got one. It's one tattoo, but drawn on both of his arms, and he brings them up like forearm to forearm. Like he has to pretty much pull down his sleeves, and I guess like it brings forth like
things that are hidden or invisible to the naked eye.
Yeah. Like that seemed like his most powerful. That was pretty cool.
And it took him twice to be able to even do it.
Yeah, like the first time, like I kind of bounced back because Gabriel's so powerful. I mean, hell, she grabbed. By the way, that woman Tilda, that plays Gabriel, also played the Master in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So she has a great ability of taking the roles of men and making them work for her. I kind of wonder if there was a joke from Marvel because she had hair in Constantine, but she was bald in Doctor Strange. It's like, oh, we got her too. Plus, I mean, you gotta give her respect that she fucking knocked out the Incredible Hulk in Endgame.
Yeah.
Fucking knocked the soul out his fucking body. I'm like, God damn. Props to her. So, I mean, she fucking grabbed Constantine and she did the Superman like breath thing, and he's like, ah! Fucking gets launched like 40 feet away. Okay, so yeah, that's all the stuff that I noticed in the movie that I really enjoyed to watch.
Yeah.
I guess like I would have probably not done the Lucifer coming down.
Should have been coming up.
Yeah, like, and it should have been like slower and like almost with like an ominous footstep, like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Just like he just comes, like he just opens up a door somewhere, like nothing like coming out of a fucking wall from hell, but like just like a nonchalant, like oh, not the elevator either, but like a stairway or something. Like it coming down doesn't make any sense because he's not coming from heaven.
All I know is that it was a disgusting appearance.
And that fucking black feet, like
tarry black.
Like put some damn shoes on. Like just I don't know what the fuck oil he was stepping on.
Whoever the not the director, but the art design person had an obsession though with feet.
Oh, because of Gabriel too?
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Did you notice that?
I'm like, bitch, get your damn foot off of my fucking face.
And it's not like it was attractive in any kind of way. It was like to garner disgust almost. Where it's like she's got her foot on his face.
She thought disrespectful, like, ugh, your nasty fucking fungus toes on my face.
They were fungus there. And then you have tar feet.
I guess he did have, I guess something about like they don't need shoes apparently.
Yeah.
They're like, who cares about shoes? We're all powerful. Like you got all the other clothes, so you can put some shoes on too.
And see, what do you call it? They did the whole like burning off of the wings and stuff like that for Gabriel at the end, where it's just nubs on her back. But they did the nubs of the wings before X-Men could do that with Angel. How Angel used to shave them off.
Oh yeah, man, that must have been painful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm a memo freak. It's like, my God, what the fuck? I can't believe it. My son's gay. No. I'm like, wait, what about the wings, Dad? I don't care about the wings. Just a super fucking rigid dad.
What did you think of the mood of the movie? Like the ambiance?
Well, it should not have been Los Angeles. It was too dark a setting, you know what I mean? Like it was that movie was always dark.
Yeah.
The whole, like it was like there's no sunlight, there's no fucking way that works in Los Angeles. Their version of Los Angeles is the saddest Los Angeles I've ever seen. Because like it's I did not see sunlight. Even when there was sunlight, it was dark as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Kinda it's Los Angeles is in this universe, their Los Angeles is gloomier than Chicago.
Yeah.
And I'm like
a dusty, gloomy too.
Yeah, like it didn't work it being Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it would have made sense if like it was like overcast, like that coincided with what was the darkness that was coming. Mm-hmm. So it would have been like a good, you know what I mean? Like oh, for some reason it's been raining and storming for weeks now in Los Angeles, like usually the sunniest place on earth.
Yeah. But
they never really. It's always just dark for no reason.
The only thing I can give them is that it could have been during fire season.
So just fucking smoke.
Yeah.
Constantly,
like smoky.
Constantly like, delicious. Breathing in that fucking ash.
Did you see that last after credit scene where it's got Chaz flying off?
Looking like a fucking... Look goofy as fuck. Like, I'll see you later, Constantine. I'd have been mad as hell. Like, damn it, Constantine. I died a virgin, you son of a bitch. All right, so I said I that was the one flaw that I saw in the movie from the beginning that I couldn't figure out what it was, and then like it hit me like an epiphany.
What's that?
I passed out after that.
After you got it, it's
It's like, oh wow, that's right. Okay, so there's when Papa Midnight and Constantine are talking, like, come on, you're Papa Midnight, and you used to be a legend and all this, right? And Papa Midnight's like, and you used to be the great John Constantine. And that was that phrase, right? That little interaction. And then the thing about like the only soul the devil would come up to collect
is yours.
Is John Constantine's, right? That would have worked phenomenally better in a trilogy. That movie felt like it was the last movie in a trilogy. The way they had it going, like Constantine, like was now at the end of his rope with the tumors, and like he's not as great as he used to be. You know, Mammon trying to bring hell on earth. Papa Midnight retired. That in the context of a trilogy
would fit.
With the first movie being the introduction of John Constantine, we learn like, and he does something like Cornish that messes with the devil, right? The middle movie being at his greatest, like the John Constantine, and the third movie being him falling out of being the greatest, like he's at the end of his life. That it works 3 times as better if it was a trilogy. Right. So basically, that movie was the final movie of a trilogy. Right. Is how I saw it. Like that's why like that stuff would have hit much harder if we had seen it 3 times. Yeah. Right. Like he's smoking in the first one, gets worse in the second one. Now he's got cancer in the third one. Him and Papa Midnight are close in the first one. Maybe they teamed up. The second one, he's now retired. And the third one makes more sense for him to team up one last time with John Constantine. Yeah. Like the first one with him, like B-Man and Hennessy, introducing them. So their deaths would hit even more at the end of the third one. Yeah. Like his friends always die. But other than that, it's a good movie.
But you're not the first one to say that.
I know I'm not. I can't be the only one.
That's a whole a theory online about it. Is that it was supposed to be a trilogy like that, and that would have been the third movie.
Damn. So I knew
the way it was set up, like the story.
That's what it felt. Yeah, like that's how it felt.
That's what a lot of people think. Like the director says no, and the screenwriters are like,
don't you lie to me. They can't lie.
But it seems like
you can tell a story when you know what I mean. Like you can tell. Like they can lie as much as they want, but you can tell.
Because if you did place that directly as a third movie,
everything fits. Yeah,
perfectly.
Especially with like the stakes being like the end of the world, hell on earth. They wouldn't work for like a first or second movie, because then where do you go from that movie? You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll see what the second one does. Like I got cancer again. I've been smoking 50 packs.
Because the only thing
that actually makes it worse for this new movie. Yeah. Because where do you go from here?
The only thing I can think of is that you do it as like a alternate DC like setup, where that was like the end of the other Constantine's life. Or something like like you'd have to do something completely different though. Well, they're probably you can't really start with the way that one ended.
Yeah, because I mean, like you almost had like the Antichrist on Earth. Yeah, and the second one's like you got the second Antichrist, his brother.
Like to me,
Baban. It says really bad at naming kids. This is Maman. This is Baban. This is Steve.
But the way I don't know, I thought it was a really good story and it was a good movie. But like you said, if it was the third movie, it would have been like it would go down as one of the best comic book movies trilogies of all time. I think so. Yeah,
but there's only one.
But I think that it was budget was super low, so DC didn't even want to do it. Assholes. DC doesn't like doing any kind of John Constantine stuff really at all. But the last time they did it was Legends of Tomorrow. That CW stuff with John Constantine in it.
They had a show with him too, a live action.
And it ended though.
Well, they tried.
Like the character to me he's more of a...
He's very complex to add to a superhero.
He fits more in a cinematic universe type thing just because he is a more complex character. But having him like it's one of those like team type shows, just I don't know, it just doesn't work very well.
Just like me and you, Superman, we got this. And it wouldn't work.
But he has worked with Batman.
Batman works sometimes, but I mean Batman.
You've seen Justice League Dark, right? Yeah. Like he fits that pretty well.
I always look at it from like the general audience perspective. Would be like Batman's the dark, gritty reality, like the new Batman movie.
Yeah.
And John Constantine is like the supernatural, dark demons and stuff. So it would take a little bit to build it up into like a team up.
Yeah.
Because you always have to think about the audience. Like, will they believe? Like right now, they believe a raccoon is a superhero,
Right?
More than fucking the Flash.
Yeah.
So you build up to those things. You know what I mean? You don't just throw them in there like they did.
But if they would have if they would have done a trilogy with Constantine, and don't get me wrong, I know it probably would have been hard because it's not a character that everybody knows very well. So it's not like doing a Batman trilogy and just, being able to put it out there. Like, I think you would have had to have built it up a little bit differently for that to originally come out. And see, that's why that one is a cult classic as it is now. Because people that love John Constantine now can go back and it's like, oh, this fits perfectly as a third.
It's like it's Keanu Reeves.
Right. It still fits.
At the end of his life, apparently.
But if they would have done any kind of movie back then in like 05 through 2010, like a Zatanna movie or something where you include him into it,
that'd be cool.
that would fit because he's part of that whole narrative.
I think they are doing a Justice League Black though, or Dark.
Are they?
Yeah, with Guillermo del Toro. I think so. They because of James Gunn,
Yeah,
taking over the creative side, or basically all of DCU now.
yeah.
They're making a
Because when did Batman Begins come out? I can't remember. What, 05? Was it 05 or 04?
sounds familiar.
Somewhere like in the 2000s, though, right?
I think so. Well, yeah, it'd be the 2000s.
I mean, like the early 2000s, I think. I'm probably completely off, but if you would have had like the Batman Begins trilogy, and then had the Constantine and have that as a trilogy, and then you could have also had something to do with like a Zatara type thing, and then have them come together in a bigger movie later on. That actually would have worked, I thought.
I am wrong. Justice League Dark HBO Max show reportedly canceled. Never mind.
But I love the concept of Justice League Dark because you have Batman, which is the skeptic on every fucking thing. Like he sees this shit happen with the Justice League.
He's like, bullshit. Bullshit.
Zatanna is a magician and sorcerer.
Bullshit.
Dr. Fate is a sorcerer. Magic don't exist.
It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. That would be the funniest bullshit. Gets possessed by a demon. The demon leaves because it's bullshit. I didn't get possessed.
Pretty much, yeah. What was it? There was was it Justice League Unlimited or one of those where Dead Man tried to take over Batman's mind, but Bruce is he's too
Brazilian, I think.
Yeah, where he can't do it.
Is that the one where he gets sucked in the face by Robin?
I think so.
You take over Batman's body. Because Damon Wayne, he starts fucking swinging. Yeah. They go down a fucking cliff or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of remember from the comic book.
But he's too resistant to any kind of mental manipulation.
I like how his son always swings no matter what.
Damien?
Yeah, like he just started, no questions asked, just starts fucking slinging.
And brings out the swords.
Basically.
Like the more aggressive Batman. If Batman couldn't be more aggressive as it is.
If Batman didn't have any fucking self-control, yeah.
Yeah.
Be Damon Wayans.
Kind of like the Young Justice version of Batman.
Yeah. Man, that's a good, well.
Apparently they actually started it again. I haven't watched any of the...
New episode of Young Justice?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you remember how they got the name Young Justice?
No.
Where it's like, it's not young, it's just us.
Cancel
so
that
it's
shit.
Young Justice.
Cancel that shit right now.
That was from the early 2000s, I think.
Just cancel. Just for that goofy dad joke.
Well, that was in the comic books, not in the show.
Cancel the show just to teach a comic lesson.
Just to teach the comic
book. We have to send them a message. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
So overall, what do you think of the cinematography of it, though? Like the shots and stuff like that. Aside from the mood of it, but like the
choices,
the way, like the effects and stuff.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Not too bad. At least for an 05 movie, they actually had some decent visual effects.
They knew like where to place it. Like a lot of things that go wrong in movies nowadays is combat, where you have someone swinging swinging with your right hand, right, to punch somebody, and the person, instead of falling on their right side, which would be toward the camera,
Yeah.
they'd fall on the left side, which is away from the camera.
Yeah.
But the guy was punching on his right with his right hand. So like let's say if I ran up at you and punched you, right? And instead of falling to your right, which is my left, you fall to my right, which is also my right. You know, they do that a lot in movies. Like they just don't do good choreography of what they're doing. It's like continuity wise.
Right. It's pretty bad on some of those things. I like that they didn't just rely on practical, or they didn't rely on special effects. There's a lot of practical effects too in the actual movie itself. So like with Balthazar, like they didn't just rely purely on special effects. They actually had the makeup that made him look almost like Two-Face.
Fucked up. He looked just like Two-Face. I don't know why they went with that.
He looked like a better Two-Face than the Two-Face from the Batman Forever movie.
Yeah. And like he had like the fucking suit like Harvey Dent, like it, like there's no way the coin.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were. Is Balthazar just like trying to pretend to be Harvey Dent?
Could be.
Is that what the history about the character is? I'm real confused as why they went with that angle at all.
Well,
or just like a little Easter egg to Batman.
Yeah.
Who knows? It was just weird.
It was probably an Easter egg, I would think. Because it's like, I mean, he is DC associated. So
Yeah.
it could be a Harvey Dent type thing.
But of all the characters, so random. But it's a good movie. Check it out. Go read the book like I'm going to.
And we'll have a third episode.
Third episode, and I can, if I go into deeper detail of everything. If you know me, I always go deep. Ask the ladies.
We're on the deep end of the shallow end of the pool.
I go Mariana Trench deep.
Collapsible submarine.
Core of the earth. Ooh, that's a bit too soon still. The messed up part was like they pretty much died instantly, like the minute they went down there.
The really messed up part is they knew about it for weeks.
Yeah, like they were like
a week,
and no one like, we're still searching.
We're still searching
with like the rabbit ear like finger thing.
Yeah. The quotation mark.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Searching for what? They're dead.
When the Navy had already had the sound come up, and
they dead. They dead. I don't know. I'm sorry for the loss of life, right? But these billionaires, man, they go on to stupid stuff.
Well, James Cameron, he said he knew about it, like literally right after it happened. He's like, "Oh yeah,
He's been there. He's been down like 50 times.
Yeah,
but he's got a legit submarine.
Yeah,
they were riding some fucking
and a carbon fiber shell that shows no like stress levels on what, like, as you're going down. So steel will bend slightly the more pressure you get on it, and eventually it's like, okay, yeah, we can't go no farther. Carbon fiber doesn't have that. Carbon fiber just breaks.
So it just breaks. Jesus,
and collapses in on itself. Yeah.
See, like, you know what I would do with my 250? If I had that kind of money, right? They spent 250 grand, right?
Yeah.
To go down there, right? I'm a regular. You know what? Like, you know exactly what I would do. Be fucking a titty bar for all week. Like I would be making just making it rain at a strip club for like 45 hours.
Just make it hail.
Like
with a bunch of pennies just falling.
I come in, right, and be like, I got 250 grand, ladies. How many of you ladies want to go to the VIP room? And like I got the whole strip club and just fucking, and I'm just dancing on the fucking table. I'm the one stripping.
You'll watch me.
Fucking throw him. That's what I would do, because that's, you know.
You can play Elon and go to space.
No. Because I'll die in space. Shit'll fucking rip open and my fucking eyeballs pop out my head.
Hey, it's at least more dramatic.
That's what I don't understand about rich people. Like, that's, I guess, because they're so rich that it's just like they need that further thing, right?
Yeah.
But I'm so poor that's what I would want to do.
Yeah.
I can pay all my bills. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to go into my shitty job no more. Hallelujah.
Yeah, 250 grand be sucking a lot of titties. That's all I can say.
Make them suck your.
It's like, who wants to go on this milk ride? Shit is 2%. What's it? I don't even know milk anymore because I don't drink any more milk. My lactose intolerant, I blow my ass cheeks out. Who wants this 2%?
The almond milk.
Get that almond milk. The almond milk is fucking. That makes me gaseous too. So all I drink is fucking water and cocaine.
Mix the cocaine in the water. All right. Anything else to add before we head out?
Yeah, we wait till we get canceled for making fun of the people that died in a Titanic.
Hey, we're not the first and we won't be the last.
I'm just saying, like, come on.
Hey, my hope... And,
all that money, you could have done anything else.
My hope, and it's a legitimate
I would have hired Taylor Swift to be in my backyard for just...
No, $250,000. That's only a ticket to go to the damn Taylor Swift concert.
Then I'll go to watch Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift? I'd have her come, like, how much for her to give me a private show?
I think the actual amount is like a 10 million.
No problem. It wouldn't be anything like creepy or anything, right? I'd just be like listening to the
Stressed out.
because people are freaks.
You'll make her watch you straight.
I'll make her watch me fucking play her songs, wearing her fucking clothes.
And then you can start singing There's Gonna Be Bad Blood.
Could be bad blood, and she's just fucking cringing. I don't even know any of her songs.
That was the only one I could think of.
Pay $250,000 and to get a first seat at the Lakers game. Like, fuck you, LeBron James. Like, throw me out for what? I paid for this thing. Throw me out for what? For what? It ain't my fault. He's ass. Throw me out for what? Like, stuff that's fun but not dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm $250,000, let me fight that gorilla. Like, no.
You could be Robin Williams, where the gorilla
His nipples. I don't know. Like, I guess because we're not rich, right? We have like more enjoyable stuff that we couldn't achieve without money.
Yeah.
They've started rich. They've done all this stuff that we wish we could do. So now they need new fucking ventures.
See, that's what to bring it back to Constantine, that's what I do like about, what's his name, is that he's very down to earth, Keanu Reeves. He doesn't act like that super rich person.
Oh, yeah. He's fucking chill as fuck.
Like, he's going and doing actual, like, gun training and stuff like that, so that way he's better in the movie.
He's fucking eating sandwiches on a park bench by himself.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Like, he's not doing the crazy shit. And you know he's loaded.
Yeah, he's fucking making bank.
Yeah. And he's been he hasn't had sexual harassment cases. He hasn't had... Like, have you ever seen the Keanu Reeves hug?
No, the one he doesn't actually touch him at all.
Like, floating behind you.
Yeah. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah. But anything else to add before we head out now?
I can already, my brain's already fucking revolving. I can already tell if we keep going. Let's say something.
All right. With that, we will see you guys on the next one.